Possessor is a film I've been waiting to see for the longest time. I just was so intrigued by the synopsis of this one. It is written and directed by Cronenberg, and it has some familiar themes that his father used to do in some of his movies. The basic story here is in this future world of an undetermined time. There has been this evolution of technology in such a way that they can transport one person's mind into another one so that they can, well, there's no other way to say it, assassinate people in high power. It's been used for espionage, not for governments, but for corporations. People who want to increase their wealth or business acumen, they're using it to get rid of the competition. And when we open up into the movie, we are thrust into this one character who we don't really know too much about. We see some very weird scenes where they're plugging something into their skull and they are going from happy to sad in a terrific performance, a great bit of acting, and then they brutally murder somebody as they pass them by in a lobby. It is visceral, in your face, unrelenting and blood-soaked terror. It's all very clinical and nice and neat and subtle up until the violent outbursts that happen throughout this movie, but when they come, they are unforgettable. Then we find out that the character who had stolen this body was Voss. She works for a strange agency that undergoes these contracts of killing corporate people. And she is a woman who is having a lot of trouble in her life. Her relationship's kind of fallen away. She has no real direction. She has this kind of addiction towards experiencing other people's lives by invading them. There is certain aspects of voyeurism throughout the movie as well, because as Voss gets a new contract almost immediately, we see her starting to watch and study the person that she's going to become next, trying to learn their mannerisms, learn what is going on in their life just now so that they can seamlessly integrate themselves into that. The problems happen after she completes her mission and she finds herself unable to exit this body. And the usual manner of exiting these bodies is by committing an act of suicide as she is pulled back by her bosses. And the longer the time that she spends within this body, the more cataclysmic it becomes to her world as the person's personality starts to fight for control and to take back, well, their body. It becomes a very esoteric battle between these two characters, of whom you never see them on screen at the same time. It's a wonderfully unique movie, something that I haven't really seen done before, and I really liked the way it was set up. The aspects of voyeurism and addiction and the death of a relationship and the unknowing of who you really are really thick and on the surface here, but there's more going on as well in this one. It's not the kind of movie that you watch once and you're kind of done with. There's layers to unravel within it, but there is so much fantastic special effects in this one that there's some I want to mention and there's some that I just won't, because I feel like, you know, they have to be seen to be believed. There is a visual representation of these people almost like mind swapping, sharing, and the way that that's shown on screen is simply marvellous. It's a fantastic idea, and execution of that is just a wonderful visual element. That's the one I'm not going to spoil for you. I think that's a great image, and you really need to see the film to see that come to fruition. The moments of violence throughout the movie, which is the other effects that happen, are phenomenally realistic. They stick with you. They don't feel overly gory for the sake of it. They just feel a good portion of realism throughout them. There is moments where people die, and it always seems to happen around, say, clinically sparse areas, whether it be a house of a large mansion, which is sporadically broken up with little bits of furniture, whether it be a house or a bathroom. It always seems to be these kind of shining white clinically clean rooms that are destroyed by blood splatter when it comes. This is a movie that, although the violence is sporadic, it's there, but not in great deals, it is very much coming with a punch. The movie was just an absolute winner for me. I loved it. I easily slipped into this movie and I felt it to be completely fantastic. Something that's going to stick with me, something that has stuck with me already, and something that I'm going to revisit and kind of push on to people. I'm going to understand if some people don't instantly take to it, as it feels almost kind of cold to start off with, but I feel that falls into some of the themes of the movie. I'd love to know your thoughts on Possessor. I think it's truly wonderful. When you get to see it, I want you to let me know your thoughts. I think it's terrific, highly recommended. Can't, praise this one enough. Really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.